Don't say you can't do it. Do not say you can't do it, because you can. Have you ever been asked to come and say a few words just on the spur of the moment and you're afraid? No way. Now, I want you to make up your mind that you can do it. Do not shy away from such calls. Let me teach you one of the secrets. By the way, I'm Olushola Shiwoyemo, and this is Speak with Mo. Feel free to always be on this call, and that is why I'm going to ask you to subscribe. One of the reasons why I'm encouraging you to take on the bold step anytime you're asked to speak is because you don't want to live with that sense of regret that you didn't do it. And this is why I'm asking you to step up and do it. It is better to do it afraid than not to do it at all. Now, one of the things I always do, I ask them. So even if you were to bring the microphone to me and say, oh, give us a few, then I'm going to ask them, what exactly do you want of me? By the time you ask that question, it already gives you some kind of peace of mind, because you now have an idea of what they need to know from you. And that is usually very helpful. Now, the minute you ask those questions, then quickly joggle your memory. First of all, they're only likely to be asking you what you already know about. If, for instance, they ask you what you feel you are not an authority on, but you can say a few words, then tell them to give you a moment. That moment that you're being given, use it to go through your mind. Another thing that would always help you is to find a story around it. Please, when you find the story, do not ramble. Ask yourself, the story might be a long one, but how does it align with the question that you have just been asked? So with that, extract the bit that relates with the question you're going to be asked. So there is no need to start on a long story that by the time you get to the essence of what they want to know from you, you're now feeling a bit flustered. Or maybe the presenter or the person who is interviewing you already wants to pass on it. So sit your story. Another thing I always do is that if a story can last for 3 minutes, I see how it can last for 2 minutes. I see how it can last for 1 minute. And I even see how I can use it for 30 seconds. The reason is that you will always be given the time that is convenient for them. So they may want you to speak for 3 minutes. They may even start with 3 minutes, and then the next thing they come back to you and say, sorry, we have to cut this to 2 minutes. Or sorry, we have to cut this to 1 minute. So as much as possible, always ensure that your bank of stories has different levels so that it would help you when that question comes. So when next you are asked, could you give us your view about XYZ? Or what do you think about this, that? And it is something that you have never really given a thought to. Please ask for a little time. Just give me a second. They usually won't because, hey, they came to you. So use that time to quickly juggle your memory. And if it's a story, it could even be a fact. It could be a breaking news that tallies with what they've just asked you. So you can readily put their mind back to, oh, in 2023, when we all went through this experience, this was what I gained from it, or these were the lessons that I learned from it. So anytime you're asked to say a few words, please step up and say a few words, because the world is waiting to hear from you. Yes.